Hey, hi everyone, welcome back to the session. For the today's session, I will be actually what happens that we've been working for the and we've been talking about the Python and all. So we just discussed that the most asked question before, but for the today's session we will be continuing the cloud computing afterwards. Once we're done with that, I think that the for the today we will be finishing off the questions of uh, cloud computing and all, and from tomorrow we'll jump into the coding part of that. So let me do these things very first and finish it up as soon as possible, right? So first of all, if you go for the cloud computing thing, so very first question that they're gonna ask you that the what is cloud computing basically. So it refers that the delivering a computer services like a server, storage, databases, network, and software over the internet actually. So you don't need to have that the actual things to be there. So it's just using your servers as a actually the database networking and software storage and all. So they have disadvantage and the advantage at the same time they have it. So it allows user to access resources on demand without owning the physical infrastructure. So that's what the biggest advantage you can say it for that. And main types of the cloud deployment models, if you're gonna talk about that, we have the three things are there. So first is that the public, second is that the private, and third is that the hybrid one. So public, what does it mean that it is available for the everyone's, because that the public, it says that means that it will be actually services are available for over the internet to the public actually. So that's the reason that it's called the public cloud. And for the private cloud, it says that the services are exclusively used by a single organization, which means that the you pay to some individual things or some personal purpose. So that's the reason that it says it is called the private, and you have the your own key so that you can access anywhere in the world through the internet, and that things, the data is that is stored in the server side, that would be protected for that. And hybrid means that the combination of public and the private things, so which means that you have the accessibility of the private part as well as the public part at the same time. So that's what you can use it accordingly, that the as what you want to use it, like that, just use it. So what are the benefits of the cloud computing? You can see that first thing is the cost cutting very effectively, right? No need to have some that the bulky kind of hardwares with you, and no need to carry it for that. Scalability means that it can be scalable, cause that uh, lots of varieties are there. So flexibility is also there, automatic updates are there. So if you're having that the along with your hardware thing, so it's really hard to update actually. So since it is all over on server, so it's really easy to update the things there. And high availability and reliability, so which means that the servers, it's all depend on servers. So those companies who have more servers is more likely to have that the strong availability and the reliability. So far that the Amazon have the lots of servers, and that's the reason they are on the top, and afterwards that the Google and Microsoft comes up. What are the different services and models in computing are? So there are three actually. First of all, that infrastructure as a services provide virtual computing services like VMs and storage. So that's called the infrastructure as a CS. And the platform, like platform as a services, which means that the offers platform for deploying, testing, and deploying application here. And software as a services, which means that delivers you the software for that you can use it over the internet. So the question number 5, we gonna look for that the differentiating between the scalability and elasticity in cloud computing. So scalability, which refers that the ability to increase resources based on the demand. So increase the resources based on the demand. And elasticity, which means that the ability to dynamically adjust resources up down based on the workload. So elasticity means that we are just actually satisfying with the that what we have the resources, right? So that's what. And scalability means that according to the demand we gonna look for the more server here. So if we come for the cloud computing things, Question number 6, we can see there the traditional data center and the cloud computing differentiated. So traditional data centers requires an owning a maintenance hardware. So it's a basically that uh, really easy to understand that if we having a store, then you have to pay the rent and all those stuff altogether. But if we having the cloud computing, the servers are out there on the internet, and you can use it from anywhere, actually get your data so anywhere. So that's what the most actually uh, repeated core actually keyword, I would say, that the cost cutting is there. So that's what. And seventh, question number seventh, gonna look for that the virtualization in cloud computing. So virtualization is all about that the see basically we have the laptops and computers. So whatever the operations we perform, such as watching videos and recording uh, live streams, so at that time that the few of the parts are not in use by the computers or the laptops. So what VM does that the it utilize the all of the part of the laptop, that machine that you have, right? So basically that the visions of the physical hardware, such as server, storage, and allowing multiple virtual machines to run on a single physical machine. So that's what the virtualization is that. And VM, what does it mean? VM is the software-based representation and physical. It allows multiple operate system run on the same hardware independently. So it's same like that. And virtualization, what was that? Vision of physical hardware such as a server or storage, allowing multiple virtual machines to run on a single physical machine. That what I explained you earlier. Now we're gonna jump over the question number 9 here. So what is that? The serverless computing, which means that the serverless means serverless computing, like cloud model, where the cloud provider manager the infra and the users focus on only writing code. And like for an example, AWS Lambda and Azure function that we have. And what are the some popular cloud services provider we have? So like AWS, Microsoft Azure, uh, cloud computing we have IBM, Oracle cloud things we have. So what are the security bonus question we can look for it? So maybe we can discuss tomorrow, but for now that we have seen most repeated question that gonna be asked in an cloud computing thing. So that's what we have seen here, and hope you enjoyed this session. And we'll talk about the bonus question for earlier session, but so far that fourth session all about for the cloud computing. Hope you enjoyed this video, and that's all of my time for the 2 days. See you in the next, catch you in the next. Till then, bye, peace.